everyone. We are busy planning our next recital at our studio, and I wanted to share with you how I use Google Spreadsheet and the formula that I use to help me organize the show orders and our class assignments. So it's gotten pretty difficult at our studio deciding what show our classes need to be in. The spreadsheet I'm getting ready to show you, we had 3 shows. And we try to get siblings in the same show. We try to get kids that are in multiple classes in the same show. So this is my system that I've used to help me organize all of that over our recital weekend. So the first thing that I do in our recital spreadsheet is I import our entire cast list from our class management software into a spreadsheet. From there, I add some columns over here of things that I want to track. So we've got several things that we're tracking. One of them is if they have a sibling that I need to try to get in a show with. Another main one is if they have a multiple class, if they're in more than one class. So you can put whatever columns you want here. I set all of these to filter, and I will switch back and forth between how I'm viewing this spreadsheet, whether it's by the student's last name, whether I'm trying to organize just the siblings, the kids in multiple classes. Right now I currently have it set to the alphabetical order by the class name. It's going to make it a little easier for me as I do these formulas here. So what I want to know is I want to know which show this class is in. Now we had 3 shows, and we have classes that perform in more than one show. So I create a column for each show to help me see what show that they're in. I know that this class is in show number 2. So we're going to start right here with column number 2 because that's the information for show 2. Now, as I start making my show order, I have a separate spreadsheet over here where I put the class name, maybe the title of what they're doing, their song, and then I'll have the order that they're performing in. When I first start setting up my show orders, this entire column is just show 1. This entire column is show 2, and this one is show 3, because I want it to tell me quickly what show they're in over here as I play around with the orders and try to get siblings in the same show. Later on, when I go back and I start deciding the order for those shows, that number will automatically populate over here, and I can use the spreadsheet for other things. So the formula that I use to find that information is we're going to do this one right here. So you're going to enter in equals VLOOKUP, and the first thing you want to put in is the information you're looking for. We're looking for F6, which is the title or the class name is what we're looking for. We're going to look for it. This is where we're looking for it in. We're going to look for it in show order spreadsheet here and the range. It's going to be the range that we want to look for that information in, which is going to be FH. Now the first column needs to be the column that you're looking for that class name in. And we're going to go all the way through H because that's going to be the one to tell me the show order that it is in, the assignment that it's in. So we're looking for it in this sheet, in this range, and we want it to tell us the information that's 3 columns to the right of the information we're looking for. So it's going to look for Acro 1 Thursday in this range, and 3 columns to the right of where it finds that class name, it's going to tell me what it says there. You're going to put false in the last thing here, and I'm going to be perfectly honest, I don't know why we have to put that, but it doesn't work unless you do. So once you've put this information in, it's going to tell me, it pops up 21. So I've got it assigned as the 21st performance in our show 2. You're going to do this formula in all of these columns, and it's going to tell you if they're in that show and what order it's in. Once you've got that formula, you can drag it down. Now you see we've got errors that have popped up here, and what's that saying? We've gotten to a different class. Acro 1 Wednesday is not in show 2, is what that tells us. So we've put this formula in all of the columns, and it's telling me it's number 1 in show 1. Okay, but it's giving me the error for show 2, which means it's not there. So I don't want to see all of these errors populate my spreadsheet, so I'm going to show you how to remove those. We're going to click the column that we're working on, and we're going to go up to Format and Conditional Formatting. once we go over here, now I want it to remove the error. So we're gonna say, oh, I forgot a step. What we're gonna do to remove the error is we're gonna come over here and you're gonna put in if error, and you're gonna add a parentheses in front of this formula. So that's saying if this formula is an error, we're gonna do a comma, and we're gonna put, let's say we want it to put a 0. You can put whatever you want it to say there. I'm gonna make it say 0, and we're gonna close it off. So what this says is if this formula comes up as an error, we want it to say 0. Now I'm gonna drag it all the way down again, and it's changed those errors into zeros. So now we're gonna go a step further and remove the zeros because I don't want it to say 0. We're gonna say if it is equal to 0, we want the text to be white so that we can't even see it at all. And there we go, it's essentially removed that 0, we can't see it. We're gonna add another step in with our conditional formatting, and I do want it to highlight the cell. So I'm gonna make it say if it's greater than 0, we're gonna keep it green so that it will populate for me. So now that I've set up my formulas, anytime I move classes around from one show to the next, it's gonna tell me that. Okay, now we're gonna go over here and let's test it out if it works. We're gonna take this class and we're gonna move it over here to show 1, and we're gonna make it say it's number 31 now. So let's go back over to our cast list and see. Yep, so it's removed it from show 2. It's now saying it's in show 1 and it's number 31 because I've already gone through and I've updated the formulas for all of these columns. So every time I make an edit here, it's gonna update it over here, which is gonna make it so much easier when I keep making changes to see where kids are. This has been a huge game changer and a time saver for me, and I couldn't wait to share it with you. If you have some fun Google hacks and some ways that you use your spreadsheets or ways that you set your recital orders, please share them with me in the comments. I would love to improve how I do it and make it go even faster. Happy recital planning.